We talked about this late last week on the show, but on today's episode, I want to take a little bit of a deeper dive on the rumors swirling around Travon Walker. And is he truly available for trade? And will the Baltimore Ravens be a team that might want to acquire the first number overall pick? I should say acquire, not inquire. Inquire about the first overall pick. Sleeper Jaguars, they're the ones who tweeted out just last week saying the Jaguars open offers for former number 1 overall pick Travon Walker per draft Campbell. So it seems that they're open to moving on from him. We'll talk about it more in just a little bit, but they've done a lot of moving on from for the entirety of their roster through the past couple weeks of free agency, and Travon Walker realistically could be next. Before we break it down, though, you guys got to hit that subscribe button because we are so close to hitting our next goal of 29,500 subscribers. We're going towards the big one, 30K very soon, but in order to get there, we got to get 29.5. We're 98 subs away from hitting it. Help me out. Hit that sub button and lock us in. Let's talk a little bit more about Walker, okay? He was the first overall pick out of Georgia in 2022. And if you guys remember, during that scouting draft time, he was a guy that going into it, he was a consensus, top 7, top 5 overall pick. And then after the combine, after what he did in the Underwear Olympics, he shot up draft boards, caught the attention of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he was selected number 1 overall. He's coming off of back-to-back double-digit seasons. And this last year, PFF ranked him the 47th best pass rusher out of 120. And it's not bad, it's not fantastic, but also we all know that what PFF says isn't always gospel. So the question of today's episode, and the question of the day, is do you trade for Walker? Should the Baltimore Ravens trade for Travon Walker? Should they add the edge rusher that, in my opinion, this team needs pretty badly? And the thing about a trade for this guy is, I think when you immediately talk about it, when I immediately pose a question, a lot of you guys probably are saying, I don't know, Joey, that probably sounds expensive, right? I think that's going to cost you an arm, a leg, a foot, 3 toes, maybe an ear as well. But honestly, if you look into it, to the trade I'm proposing and to what I think the value might be, it wouldn't be that much, okay? So you give up your first-round pick at pick number 27. You get Travon Walker, and then you'd also get their 2025 second-round pick at pick number 36, which is only, 9 back from where your first-round pick is? And you get Travon Walker? And before you tell me, Joey, this is ridiculous, this doesn't make sense, I want to point out the Khalil Mack trade from a couple years ago. And the thing is they're very similar trades in my opinion. A lot bit more because Las Vegas gave up 2 first-rounders, but also Khalil Mack had done more in his career than Travon Walker had. Now, he was older. Travon's much younger than Khalil was when he was traded, but Khalil Mack had like a couple of 14 and 13 sack seasons. The Bears got Khalil, a second-rounder and a seventh-rounder. They gave up 2 first-rounders, a sixth-rounder, and a third-rounder. Okay, so if you look at the 2 trades next to each other, you can see the similarities. Let's go back to the original trade idea, though. Would you accept this trade if the Jacksonville Jaguars came to you as Eric DeCosta and said, we'll give you Travon Walker, we'll give you our second-rounder, all we need is your first-rounder in 2025, what would you do? Give me an A for accept or give me a D for decline. I'd do this, no question, okay? I would do this without even hesitating. All the rest of the hair on my Eric DeCosta bald head would fly off with how fast I'm going to make this offer or accept this offer from Jacksonville. Okay, I think Travon Walker is a really, really great talent. I think Travon Walker still has a really bright future ahead of him, whether that's in Jacksonville or whether that's in Baltimore. I think he'd be an incredible scheme fit for Baltimore in the way that they, Zach Orr and this defense is entirely ran. And if you look at the statistics in 2024, 508 pass rush snaps, 60 quarterback pressures, which, what have I said all offseason long? This team's great at getting sacks. They're great at getting the quarterback to the ground. They struggle with consistent pressure. His time to pressure was 3.12 seconds, and he had 16 quick quarterback pressures, which that's measured by if you can pressure the quarterback in under 2.5 sacks, that's known as a quick quarterback pressure, okay? Let's look at his career stats. In 3 years, He's accumulated 24 sacks, averaging about 8 a year. The great thing is over the last 2 seasons, he's averaging 10.25 a year, right? He's back-to-back double-digit sacks. He's got 113 tackles over the last 2 years, 23 of those being for loss. And I just believe that his trajectory is just going up for the next couple of years. For now, though, I'm going to shoot you straight. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to talk to you because I know this team. You know this team. This is a long shot trade. I would love it. I think it's just what this team would need. You've got 11 draft picks. 11. And even if you make this trade, you'd still have 11 because you get back a second rounder. So I think it's a long shot dream. But I think it's a long shot dream from the standpoint of Baltimore, not from the standpoint of Jacksonville. Because if you look at what Jacksonville has lost in free agency, Christian Kirk, Andre Cisco, Blake Hance, Evan Ingram, Mac Jones, Jeremiah Ledbetter, Ronald Darby, Devin Duvernay. They've lost almost everybody. Liam Cohen and their 17-year-old looking general manager walked into Jacksonville and said, you know what? We're cleaning house. And it's not like they're just letting go scrubs. Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk, Devin Duvernay, Ronald Darby. These are household names. These are good players. But Liam Cohen said, you know what? They're not fit here anymore in Jacksonville. So they cut ties with them. Saved a little bit of money. Could they be doing the same with Travon Walker? Unfortunately, I'm not expecting any kind of a big splash for Baltimore. Baltimore never really gives any kind of big splashes. I think that after you re-sign Ronnie Stanley, that was your big splash of the offseason. You locked down your left tackle for the rest of it. And you said, you know what? We're going to save our money. We're going to be careful with our money. Maybe we can expect an extension in the next coming weeks for Tyler Linderbaum, a Kyle Hamilton, maybe something like that. But I don't think they're going out of their way and making anything like this happen because I think they see their team and they're saying, you know what? Let's just run it back. See if we can win a title. Do you want the Ravens to trade for Walker, though? If you do, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, okay? Like the video to show me. Like the video to prove it to me. I want it to happen. Dilly wants it to happen. I need you guys to want it to happen as well. While you're down there liking the video, go ahead, go down a little bit further, get in the comment section, and click this link, chatsports.com/RavensPolo. That's going to take you to Fanatics, and then that's going to take you to this beautiful piece of fashion. This gray, sleek, cool, comfortable, Ravens polo. And it's only $33, okay? And that's the greatest part of it all, right? Who doesn't love a deal? You know, I like to say I'm a little bit frugal. My wife can call me cheap. My parents can call me cheap. A lot of people call me cheap. I like to say frugal, though, and this is a good deal. I can tell you that for certain. $33. It was $55. Now it's $33. Chatsports.com/RavensPolo. Again, the link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. So the reason I just don't think they're going to make a big splash is because they really haven't even yet. DeAndre Hopkins, it's a big splash from like a name wide receiver, but you also got to remember he's an older wide receiver. It's a 1-year, $5 million deal. Jay Campbell, he's a special teamer. Tylan Wallace, I'm happy that guy was re-signed. Ben Cleveland was a surprise after the whole, DUI thing in the summer. And so that one was a little bit of surprising. I wouldn't call that a splash. Cooper Rush was needed. I wouldn't call that a splash as well. The thing that gives me pause, though, is how careful this team has been with the salary cap over the last couple of weeks. It all started last week when they restructured Marlon Humphrey's contract to clear up $13 million. And then yesterday morning, it came out that the Ravens and Michael Pierce, they've adjusted his contract to allow his retirement to transact after June 1st, clearing up $745K right now, and will clear up $1.25 million after June 1st. And then the Cooper Rush deal, they went ahead and tacked on 3 void years to the end of that, and his 2025 cap hit is only $1.90 million. So it kind of seems to me that maybe they're being careful to make a big move. I hope they're being careful to make a big move, and if they do make the move for Travon, I think it's perfect. Because I think Travon fits this scheme and fits this team perfectly. I think you look at the player that Travon Walker is, the disruptor, the beast that Travon Walker is, and that's a guy you say, you know what, he kind of plays like a Raven. Why not make him one, all righty? And then you look at what your front would look like if you bring in Travon Walker. That's a really scary front, okay? Look at their stats in 2024. They each had double-digit sacks, and this is where Travon Walker is more important, in my opinion. 60 pressures to their 47 and 46. He was able to consistently pressure the quarterback along the entire course of the 2024 season. And he also is just a crazy heavy blitzer. 97.9% of his snaps, he was blitzing the quarterback. And flat and simple, plain and simple, flat out, I mixed up the two. It's okay. This team needs a boost. It needs a boost. It needs something new, in my opinion, defensively. Okay, we've seen the reason that this team has lost playoff games in the past couple of years, and it's all because quarterbacks, whether it's Patrick Mahomes, whether it's Josh freaking Allen, have 75 seconds to step back in the pocket, deliver a throw. The pressure is not there. It's not getting there. You need to get better on the defensive line. Travon Walker helps you do that. Now, if you don't get Travon Walker, if they sit on their hands kind of like I'm expecting them to, here's 5 realistic edge draft targets for the Baltimore Ravens. James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee, Donovan Izuraku out of Boston College, Micah Williams out of Georgia, Shamar Stewart out of A&M, Kyle Kennard out of South Carolina. Those are 5 prospects that I could see possibly falling to 27, and I could see the Baltimore Ravens picking with their first round pick. What say you? Let me know in the comment section. Should the Ravens trade for Walker? If you think yes, give me a yes in the comment section down below. And if you think no, weigh in and give me a no. As always, make sure you guys end your day and end this video by subscribing to the channel. We're bringing you content every single day. We'll be live later today tonight at like 4 o'clock, 5 Eastern. That's when we're live. I should probably know. It's my live show. Anyway, hope to see you guys there. It's been a blast covering this team all offseason long for you. To lock us in from now forever, hit that sub button.